Well, this might be slightly controversial. So to start with, need something strong. So here's to you. It's nice, but it's bloody hot. That's the only bit I'm going to enjoy. It's going to go bloody cold. Right, as you see by the title, it's the Are You Goth If You Don't Listen to Goth Music Revisited. Because I did a video on this, put in some ideas in to throw in the works, and there is another video coming up today, but I'll put that on hold till I've done this one because this popped up. Now the video I'm going to do is about things that I collect that we'd call goth, things that I collect that are not particularly goth. I'm going to call it goth not goth. And when I was thinking about what I was going to use, and some goth things, some not goth things, I thought it took me back to the original video of you're not goth if you don't listen to goth music, and then it started going in my head, bloody hell, have I got any right to show you something and say, hey, look at this, this is my goth world, look at this object, goth, look at this object, goth. Is it goth? And then that got me thinking, and it got me thinking about lots of the videos I've been watching on this topic, and we get in categories of people saying goth is the music. I'm not going to disagree with that. It probably primarily started with music. I did put in my last video, did the music or the dress just edge it? We don't know, but we'll say it's the music. So I thought, yeah, they're saying it's the music. If you listen to the music, you love it, and you cherish it, and whoa, then you're goth. If you don't, you're not. But if you're not goth, what are you? Well, then it come up that if you're not goth because you don't love the music and you don't listen to it, you're darkly inclined. So that sort of rung a bell, and I thought, when we do these videos and we're talking about our goth haul, which is Halloween stuff, or in the year it's stuff that is very Halloweeny because it's skulls and it's bones and it's all sorts of weird and wonderful things, and dark books and clothing and all this. Are we right in coming on and saying, hey, video, my goth haul this week, my goth room, my goth? Are we entitled to say that, or should we be saying then my darkly inclined hall, my darkly inclined room, my darkly inclined objects? Because if what makes us goth is the music, then the rest of it is nothing to do with it. It's bits that attach to it. So have you got any right to say, oh, because we're goth and we listen to this music and everything, we'll grab all this sort of clothing around us, that's goth now? Have we got the right to say that, or was that clothing snatched from darkly inclined stuff? The objects we grab, because you listen to goth, gives you no right to say, well, that means you love skulls and you love cemeteries and you love tombs and you love all spooky things and that, that's darkly inclined. Have you got the right to say, no, but that's goth? Now, you've got to be on the same wavelength, and look where I'm going with this. So if you're saying, I am goth because I listen to the music and I love music, that's the essence of goth, that's what makes goth. If you don't do that, you're not a goth, you're darkly inclined. Then we start hitting a bloody problem somewhere along the line as to what exactly is goth, what exactly is darkly inclined. Are the two allowed to meet? Or are you a darkly inclined goth? Which means if you're a goth and you love those things, you're a darkly inclined goth. So if I love goth music, and it'll resonate with some people, if I love all them bands, I love The Cure, I love The Damned, I love this, I love that, oh man, I bloody live for these bands. So I'm goth because that's what I'm being told. To be a goth, you got to love this, you've got to follow this. So if I'm following all that, some people go, yeah, but I'm goth, I'm following all the music, I love that selection of clothes, I'm going to wear that and I'm going to be a darkly inclined goth. So are you entitled to look over there and go, oh, I love those clothes, I'm going to be that goth? And so now when you think about it, you get subcultures sometimes within the goth community that love goth music, and they probably love all the 80s, but they maybe want to dress Lolita. They prefer that fashion to the darkly inclined. They might have Lolita that's partly darkly inclined. They might have this other. Now, because you're goth and you like that section of clothes, can you turn around and look at them and say, actually you're not bloody goth really, because look at the freaking way you dress. You're not goth, look at the way you freaking dance. Might be dancing to the same music, but you dance bloody different or something. What I'm trying to say is, today I looked at it, and through looking at something else, I looked at it and looked at what people were saying, and I thought, we're going round in friggin' bloody circles. I can get the drift. You want to be goth, you should at least have some knowledge of where goth came from, know a little bit of the history of what happened in the 80s and everything. Talk to people that were probably there and get some info on it and everything. Like some of the bits from the 80s. But it's going wild, because I hear people saying, if you don't listen to this, you are in no way this side of hell a goth. Which means if you do, you're a goth. So this brings me back to a question that I hear lots of goths asking. Ones that were very much goth and life is taking them off in other directions, careers, marriage, goodness knows what. But they get to a stage where they say, oh bloody hell, you know, I want to be goth. Am I goth because of my career and now I have to dress for my career? We hear all the time about, when I go to work, how can I dress corporate goth? So what I'm saying now, looking at it in that light, does it really bloody matter? If you're somebody that your heart and soul is all 80s music and onwards, anything that's called goth music, and you flipping love and cherish it, everybody's saying to you, you're a goth. You're a goth. So you could get someone walking along looking like Edward Scissorhands. Oh, you're pretty bloody goth. Walking along looking like Eric Draven. Oh, you're pretty goth. But even then, they'll say, yeah, you're bloody over the top. But you know what I mean, that you could be in certain styles. Oh, you're goth. Why? You look bloody goth. Yeah, but it doesn't bloody matter, does it? Because it's all about the music. So if I really like the 80s, I like all the bands, I love all the music, I listen to them, nothing else, I'm goth. I'm inclined, I'm goth. So if I go to work in a three-piece suit, and I spend the rest of my life in a three-piece suit, and we got a home and it's lovely and pink, and the children in little frilly dresses and the boys in little three-piece suits, and we got the lovely family car, and you're goth because you love the bloody music, and we're being told that's what makes you goth. And all the other was just attached stuff. So if you just like the clothing but you're not so keen on the music, you're not goth. You're darkly inclined towards the dress, or you just want to copy. If you're not particularly listening to goth music per se, but you love all the dark literature and you love all the dark films, and you'd be the first one to run into a real haunted house and the whole shebang, you're not bloody goth, you're darkly inclined. But I was sort of taking a lot of that in, and I could see where it's coming from, but when I thought about that today, just through natural thought processes, suddenly bloody hit me. I think there's a lot of frickin' stuff going around that people are just throwing in there because they say, well, that's what I think, and somebody else, well, yeah, well, I think that as well, yeah, I think that, so that's how it's going to bloody be. I don't mind it being that way. I don't bloody care what way it is. I really don't bloody care. I did say a while back, there's a hell of a lot of, there's more 80s goths out there that don't give a toss. They're not bothered how you dress, what subculture within the subculture you are, which section of music you listen to, whether you just listen to a little bit here but you couldn't give an arse about the 80s music. You can't love everything. There's more 80s goths that say, you know, I really don't give a shit. The goth, doing the goth community, it's keeping the bloody goth community alive, and you can bloody think on it, because if we all want to get arsey and say, oh, you're darkly inclined, piss off, you're not goth. Oh, you don't listen to that music, you can piss off, you're not goth. We're going to end up a very sorry little fricking band, and that little band of goths isn't going to last very long, because the world's going to go on, and like I said in the other video, the people you do it to are going to say, up yours then, we'll go away and we'll call ourselves something else. We'll look bloody goth, we'll look just the same as you, but we'll be the gothics, we'll be the darkly inclined, or whatever. You won't know one from the bloody other in the street, but that little band that threw them all away and goth will slowly disappear, and gothic, or darkly inclined, or whatever you want to call it, like when the goth come up, will take over. So we should be bloody happy that, as I've said, any news is bloody good news, that anything out there makes people think, it makes people have it in the mind. People walk round the street, they're not goth, but they go, oh, goths. Oh, they're bloody goths, aren't they? What do you think keeps it alive? Is people. There's not many people go around saying, oh, they're so-so, aren't they? Oh, they're so-so. Because most people don't bloody know, but you recognise a goth when you see them. Now, if we're going to be so bloody nitpicky that we start chucking people off because they're not quite what we wish, we're going to be freaking stuck. And for all the subcultures from the 60s onwards, before that, but I'm going to go 60s onwards, the modern day, that's come and gone, and some are still here, that big, they're still out there. You still get teddy boys, you still get this, you still get that, but not in the way it was. So, for crying out loud, I think we've got to look at this and bloody pull our socks up and stop putting all this crap out that, and I've seen some stuff put up, and I've seen everybody commenting on it, and it's like a little frigging witch hunt, and it's got to bloody stop. Yeah, anybody can come on here and give me shit about it, I don't care, but mark my words, been around a long time, I've seen stuff come, I've seen stuff go, and keep it up, it will bloody go, because I think it's starting to get people's back up, being told what they are, what they aren't, and specific this and specific that. There's nothing specific about it. Specific, I think that's the bloody word, oh, sod it. I don't give a shit, gonna have a cup of tea. There's my phone, which I'm not going to answer. Why? Because it'd be a frigging spam call. 99.9 spam calls. So there you go, because I know nobody knows bloody rings me on that. So, I'm going to go and ring the phone's neck in a minute. So I hope you can see where I'm coming from. It really did come from thinking about what content I was going to put into this new video, what I'm going to do. And it just hit me. These items that I've got, why are they goth? I've got coffins, are they goth? Are they darkly inclined that we as goths have grabbed hold of? Skulls? Skulls belong to the bloody world, but we pull them at, look, what do you think I am? Oh, you're a goth. Yeah. No bloody music at all. When you're walking around the street, people go, oh, you're a goth. It's not like you got bloody speakers on your ears going, yunk, 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 yunk. This is the cure. They just bloody know. They're going by the fashion, they're going by this, they're going by that, they're going by the other. They're going by the fact that you're walking around going, oh, this is a miserable day. Some people, I know I'm going to probably get shit over this. I don't care. I really don't care. Because I looked at it and I thought, I think people, when they're saying some of these things, are not thinking about what they're saying. And when you say it, it sounds logical. And some people will say, oh yes, but you've got it wrong. I know I was saying that and it's all to do with the music. But you're also goth with this fashion, and it's not quite what was being said. It was being said, if you don't listen to the music, you're not goth. So if you partly listen to it, are you partly goth? If you sort of only like one goth band, does it make you goth, or are you this little fart on the outskirts of goth that just listens to that one goth band that nobody else actually really liked as a goth band, but you bloody cherish? So Again, I don't mind what anybody thinks. They can think it comes from that, it comes from that. Again, it's just something I'm throwing in there which came from things that ricocheted today, and I thought, hang on, because theoretically what makes you goth is the music. If you look like the biggest dork on earth and you got your hair plastered down with a parting down the middle and a little jumper that's pink and whatever, doesn't bloody matter. Because if you say, well, I'm goth because I love the music and everything, but I'll tell you something, how many people that are goth because they listen to the music and that's their life will look over at other people that are goths and snub them that listen to the music as much as they do, if not maybe more, but because they don't fall into some bloody bracket or something, you ain't fricking goth, go sit over in the bloody corner. Don't particularly want to associate with you. Do you look like us? Do you look like us? No, you bloody don't. You look like a little bloody nerd that knocked on the door on Rocky Horror Show or something. You know, bloody hell. We got to get our bloody heads around this. And like I said, I look at videos and I look at remarks and you get like little bloody witch hunts in there. And I can't say it's all goths that are giving all the stuff, but when you look at it, a lot of it is, and it's not nice. It's not something that's going to help us to go forward. Like I said, we don't bloody get a grip of this. Goths, if it doesn't disappear, it's gonna go so bloody far down that nobody's gonna give a toss about it. You won't have to worry about people doing goth fashions and makeups and articles and bloody rings and all sorts of things. You won't have to worry about them anymore. They'll move on to something else, and then we'll be so small that we'll just fade away, which in itself is pretty bloody gothic, isn't it? So yeah, I thought I'd do this video because it just bloody hit me, and I thought, no, we got to bloody say something about it, because we can have a situation where people have got their view and then they listen to others shouting louder and they go, oh yeah, that's right, but inside they don't really bloody believe it. But let's stop being bloody people that go, yeah, they're right, because if you think to yourself, well, it's not quite right, then have that bloody view. Anyway, that was it really. Don't know if you can make head and a bloody tail of that. I can. So yeah, think about it anyway, that if it's quite as bloody clear cut as everybody out there is saying that it's the music, because if it is, what you're doing with all this other bloody stuff, calling it goth when it's because those people can go, what are you doing with my bloody stuff? That's darkly inclined. I'm darkly inclined. I don't appreciate you bloody much taking it and stick it in your bloody subculture. I'm this. What you freaking nicking our stuff and put it? Because that's what goths are doing. They're going, I freaking hate this. The bloody fashion industry getting our stuff and using it. The music industry getting our stuff and using it. Well, my little gothlings, if it's all to do with music, why are you bloody grabbing stuff from the darkly inclined and different people and calling it goth? Leave it to them, if you get what I mean. Catch you later.